Hi, my name is Ramesh Mahajan, and you can see this is the Google spreadsheet. With spreadsheet, we can do a lot of things with data, like manipulation of data, analysis of data. We can even create graphs and a lot of things, right? So, and then, like if we can automatically update data from our application, then that would be great, right? And Google has many options to do that. We can do that through Google API service. We can do that from account service as well, and many more. And one of the simple and way is to do it from AppScript. Okay, this is the one. AppScript is an extension that is provided by Google Spreadsheet. So let me first rename it as just AppScript. And then before I go and create AppScript, let me explain what I'm going to do. In this video, I'm going to help you create AppScript. Then I'll go through the get method. The get method is to get the data from the applications. I'll show you how to do that. Then I'll do how to do testing on this one. Do post method. Do post method is to update to send the data to the spreadsheet. I'll do the testing on do post. Then I'll do like deploying AppScript. Okay, this is we need to deploy AppScript so that we can utilize it from our application. I'll create a small application to demonstrate this one, and finally I will be covering deploying management, like version management. Once you update your app script, you need to deploy it again, and it is a bit because there is no delete in the deploy thing. So I will help you with the deploy management as well. So let's go and create some, let's just do it, call 1, call 2, and call 3. Okay, now there is no data yet, so I'll go and create AppScript. Okay, it will ask you for like some permissions, I guess. Okay, permissions will be applied when you deploy it. Let's just do it. Okay, let's just do it with no functions. Okay, let me just do it with like variable sheet. Okay, how can you call spreadsheet? Spreadsheet is called by spreadsheet app that it will be, I think, get active spreadsheet, because I created from this sheet, so it will the active spreadsheet would be the one that is created from it. Then I'll go and create a sheet from here. I'll go spreadsheet. Sheet by name. I'll call it sheet 1. Okay. Then because there is sheet 1, you can see there is sheet 1. Then it will also like, okay, then I'll say okay, then I'll just go and okay, let's get how to get the last row. Get last row. searching for getting a last row. So you can say, check for like all the APIs how you can. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one. It says okay. So what we can do is variable last row. Oops. So from column 1 I'll go to first row, then I'm going to certificate last column. Okay, so this is going to give me the last column because there's only one row right now. Okay, this is the one. I'm going to do this is just testing of the functions. Okay, so I'm going to go is console log last. Save it, then you can see that we can test it, right? And when you run it, okay, when you run it, then it will ask you for permissions. You check the account, you go to advanced, you go to untitled, save, you do continue. Okay, this is a bit unsafe. Safest way is to use API service and account service last. So just give me the range. Okay, I got to put okay. There. So let's run it. Okay, so it gave me only this much, right? So I'm going to do a bit one more step, and this is going to give me let's okay, for now this is my function, but my function is not okay, let be it. Then I'm going to do one more thing. Sheet dot row. Then I'm going to do is append row. So first column 1. Let's do let's run it. Okay, so if you go to here, you can see that delete added, right? This is not only one. Okay, so you got how you can get the sheet, how you can append the row. Let's do this one as sheet 2, right? There is no sheet 2 yet, and let's just run it. Then it says that this is null, right? Because there is no sheet 2. So what we can do is if not sheet, then you can create the sheet, right? So if there is not sheet, then spreadsheet dot create insert sheet two. What we can do is this is going to go and shit, right? And what we can do is shift it and go up and down, oops, and 2, and this is good. Run it. You can see, if you go back to the sheet, and sheet 2 is created, right? So this is what it is. Okay, we can just disable it for now. Oops. Okay, so if you just run it, I think we can just get the last row. Okay, this is not only this month, but the main benefit of using AppScript is to use it with our application, right? But this is not the way to use it. To use it with our application, then we need to do is call deploy. Okay, deploy. Then we need to go and select web app. Name it. You can name it anything you want. I will just call deploy 1. Then you will need to add anyone. Deploy it. It will ask you some security, I guess. Copy and done. Okay, so now let's just do it in here. I'm going to copy paste it. Okay, it says do get. Okay, so that's what I meant. Do get is to get the application script. So let me just do it as a get method. Okay, then deploy again. Then it will say, nothing is returned, right? So let's just return something like return content service dot create text output. I'm going to code station dot by let's code data. So let's row I'm going to set my type contains with my type decision. Right. So I'm going to do is see. I'm going to do is again. And run deploy. Copy it down. Go to copy paste. Okay, so you got the data, right? 1 ABCD 4.4, right? So this is the data. Conceit 2, right? C2. So this is how you test. We can even test it from another test. Let's just create another test let's call, let me just call it function test now, and okay, I see where is tested, choose test, and then do wrong. Okay, you see, we can test it from here. We can even like now there might be some you can, when you do get API from your application, you can pass some data. You can just do it like console log what will be okay. So okay, we are going to do is testing this one. Okay, this is undefined. Let's just pass some data to this. Okay, let's import is okay, run and testing test. Okay, you can see that this is input. Okay, so let's this one to separate function script. Let's get okay, save this as test. Okay, so this is just the testing. So we have tested it from AppScript. We have tested it from browser. This is one of the process of testing. And then we can test it through small app. I'll try to help you to create our application as well. Okay, so we just tested from our browser, and with this function, let me test it with the Postman as well. So let's go and get the API link. Then I'm going to go get API. I'm going to go paste it here. I'm going to go in the sun. Right. So you can see that the data is good. So this is how you get the data. Okay. So let's create another function called post. We can do all of this in one script as well, but I think that will be a bit more confusing when the script will get large enough. So let's okay, as this do get is to get information. This is for get API call. Okay, and this is for the post API call. Okay, we can do post, we can do a date, all of this in here. Do post with get right, like we got. I'm just going to copy paste all of this one here so that I don't have to redo it again. Okay, Then for now I'm just going to do it like this. If this is there, be there, and then sheet, and I'm going to let's just do it like maybe work post with the data, right? For post, let's just test it. For now, let's just do this much and go here, then do function, test post, right, do post, will need data. Okay, let's test it. This mouse, this mouse, C8. Test post, and do run. Do post non-defined. Oops. Okay, it completed. And let's just do it like this. I run this and this may be is let me populate the data and then come back. Okay, so I have created the data right now, okay, and I'm passing it to the post data, okay, and I'm going to run to post run text post yet. You can see the data is passed, and I'm going to do is then this data is still okay. What I'm going to do is let's make it two, and then I'm going to do is you can see that the data is like this. So what we can do is do some with parse. Okay, and then go with so yeah. I'm going to do that and then I'll do back. Okay, so now what I have done is I had already written this data. Okay, I'm going to pass this to do post. Okay, where we get the data, we will pass the data to JSON, and then we'll loop it because I'm passing an array from here. Okay, so I'm looping it, and then I'm going to write it to the sheet. Okay, so I'm going to update to sheet 1. Let me check. Okay, sheet 2, sheet 1 is on one row is there. Let me run it. Okay, this is test post. This is running completed. Okay, it's successful, right? So this is how it is called, and the post method. Now let's call this from our maybe I need it's from the let's call this from our postman. Now I will have to deploy again. I'm in deploy. I think this is deploy or deploy it and copy it down. I'm going to go here. I'm going to create new one and do it with post. I'm going to copy Control V. I will need the data to pass. Where is the data? How do I send the data body? I'm going to go with raw data JSON. Go with data. Oops, not this one, right? I copy it and then I need to pass the string, right? Okay. See. Let me test it. If it works, then it works. I don't know. Okay, there's something wrong. I'll have to check. I'll be back. Just test. Okay, so after testing a little while, what I found is that I tried to return what is in here, and I found that let's deploy it. I found that the data is not as what we as we sent from our test function. Okay, let me show it to you. So copy it, and then I'm going to pass the same data. So what we see is that it is like data. This is data returned from here, right? This is the data, and what E is E is passed with this all of these things. Okay, parameter, content, length, post data, then content, then only data comes here. So it's different from what we use in test function. So, okay. So what we need to do is, maybe we need to pass this as post data. Then we need contents, right? Contents. Then only we need is JSON string file, right? Okay, so this is what it's coming. Okay, this is evident from the like here, right? This post data and contents are adding by this uh, postman from this postman, right? So then only the data comes. So if I do it like this, and if I just change the data, so it comes, okay, and just do it with, oops, sorry, this one. Then I'm going to do is I'm going to do it post data contents. Okay, I don't need, I think I don't need the data because data doesn't come from here. Okay, it comes from post data. That's right. So post data post data that contains. Let me just control. Okay. Now, come on. Check what's this coming. Test post run it. Okay, test post command be safe. This copy. Okay, the one is taken here. What is the mistake now? No, this is here, this is here. What is it? What is it? I don't think there is one. This one I could not see. Okay, let me get back in a while. Okay, I got the mistake. Okay, so this is a mistake. I was using one more bracket on it. Right, so this is data from here. If I do it like 0, will this work? Okay, so this works, right? So let me test it from I don't need to send data, I just need this much, and I need the URL from deployment 5, copy it, I go here, I paste it here, and then deploy. Okay, what am I returning from here? Pass it. Oops. This. Okay, let me check it for now. So that I know. Okay, here and then go to data. Here, right? Let me check it and then go deploy it. fix. Okay. I'm doing much more deployment so that in our last part, the management of deployment, I can explain it clearly. Okay, so I'm going to go here, I'm going to go standard return data should be correct right now. Right, so this is correct. Okay, so let me just correct the code for now. Then let's go here and go here and then return this thing, and I'm going to return this, right? So data will come, then procedure contains data data length, and I'm going to go row call 1, row call 2, call 3, get values. Okay, this is appended, and then we didn't get the last row. Okay, so let me check. Okay, there is only 5 columns for now. I'm going to deploy this for the last time. I think this is deploy number 7. Deploy it. Copy, done. I'm going to go here, I'm going to go here, Control A, Control V, send. Okay, so this is the last one. Okay, if you check, so this is all it is inserted, right? So the smart edit, now I have completed until here, right? Deploying. Now let's go to deploy management. Okay, so if you go to management, now that you have the smart deployment, right? Maybe sometimes, if you go to history, then you have a lot of history. Maybe you want to delete, some of the history. Maybe you want to delete this history. Let's delete this. Okay. It will, I think, right? You cannot delete it. And if you go, because this is in the deployment, if you go to here, right? This is the deployment 1, right? But how can you delete it, right? There is nothing to be deleted. How you can delete is you can archive it. Okay, archive it. Done. Okay. Now if you go to management, then deploy 1 is in archive, right? There is no option to delete it even now, right? But if you go to history, and now because that has been archived, you can delete the version, right? The version is deleted, right? So, and if you go to like management, then archive is deleted as well. So if you want to delete this, okay, one of these, then you have to archive it, okay? Then you have to go to history, then you'll have to delete the version that has been archived so that you can delete it. So this much for the app script. So happy testing with your integration with the sheet with the app script. Thank you.